Okay, downtown condos. We wanted to delve into this. I think this is one of our last slides because I just wanted to show you the year-over-year decline in sales. You can see at the top there, Calgary's sales have declined 16%, but look at the declines in downtown condos, the year-over-year sales. 31, 25, 34, 41, 44% decline in the number of sales compared to last year. What does that tell us? It tells us, and even if you look at all Calgary condos on the last line there, almost 30% decline in sales. It tells us that the condo market is softening a lot faster than the rest of the market in Calgary.
Yeah, there's no confidence. So where it really took off is when rents were going up. It was cheaper to buy a condo and live in it and get a mortgage and pay your condo fees. And so it was cheaper to do that because rents went up so much. Now rents are coming down. There's no reason for renters to go and buy, right? So this will just continue to go on. And unfortunately, we did have a spike in the condo market. It lasted about 4 months. And geez, has it really turned? There is zero confidence in the Calgary condo market, which really scares me because it's going to last for a while. It's going to last up until, the spring market. And then we still have to get into the spring market, right? It's going to take our population to grow, which we believe it will. But the hardest thing on any condos is calculating those condo fees. The condo fees went through the roof this year. Condo fees on average now are $800 to $900, which eats away at any cash flow, okay? We would rather you guys go into a small boutique building, say in Lower Mount Royal, Kensington, that has less condo fees. Maybe doesn't have an elevator. So the condo and their larger units, those types of condos is where I would be investing. And there's little pockets, Tim, even in Citadel, we found one. And you need something that is unique, like the one in Citadel that we got the young girl there. It rented in 5 minutes. We put it on our YouTube channel. She got premium rents and it was cash flowing from day one. But you walked into her unit and you see all the windows.
It was a giant corner unit, so it had windows on 2 sides.
It had windows on 2 sides and looked out. I don't even think it was top floor, it was mid-floor, but it looked out to all the trees. And it was just stunning. Like, who wouldn't want to live in there? So you have to find that wow factor, and that's what we're doing for our clients. The Beltline is saturated. Sonalta, I love what's going on with Sonalta. I could see it continuing to evolve. You've got the C train there. You've got the empty car dealerships. GMC just moved out. So what's going to go into that lot? There's things planned for the West End on that side. And then there is now again tremendous value in the West End, Tim. You have these boutique buildings down there that are on the river, basically, that if you're in Toronto or Vancouver, those same apartments, you can pick them up roughly $450,000. We bought one for our helicopter pilot not long ago. We're renting out another unit as well in there for some clients, and the rents are tremendous. They're upscale buildings, and the tenants you get can afford to live there, and they want to live there for a long time. And we believe these properties, just because if you take that same product and put it in Vancouver and Toronto, those properties could be 1.5 million.
Yeah, and the international tenants love those types of buildings on the West End because there's none of the riffraff that there is in the East Village, to use that term again. But a lot of these buildings have retail on the bottom, so there's little corner stores, little restaurants, things like that. So these people can walk, go down their elevator, walk out onto the street, and within 2 or 3 blocks, they can go to a little grocery store. They can go to different types of restaurants, different international restaurants. They've got Japanese places and Mexican places and all that. It's not homogeneic like, the suburbs. It's more of an international feel in the food and stuff like that. And it's all walkable. So international tenants just love it. It reminds them of home, because if they live in downtown Tokyo or, downtown Bangkok, where there's huge buildings and really not a lot of single family homes close to where they work, it reminds them of it. So they like living there. So they will rent there.
Yeah, the last one here is Lower Mount Royal. We've always loved that. You're off the strip, 17th Ave. That's where all the young kids want to be. And 17th Ave continues to evolve as well. More and more stores. They just got a Chipotle the other day. Lululemon took out the BMO. I think it was the BMO. I can't believe Lululemon took that spot. That would be a beautiful restaurant that could go in there, but that's Lululemon now. So if you see those things happening, you know it's going to get trendier, and that's where people want to be. Some of the best coffee shops are on 17th Ave. So, you know, when you have good coffee in Lululemon, we always say that those people going to those places can afford good rents. So you definitely want to buy in there. One mention also is Kensington. We love Kensington only because you have the C train that can go up to the university. And you know what? You're a bike ride away from downtown. You're close to the river. It's got everything in Kensington. And I'll give Bridgeland a little mention there. That's evolving too. You've got all these new buildings, new restaurants, and new boutique stores as well. So you know what? Because the condo market is softening, you just have to watch out on your condo fees. But there is tremendous value there, and there will be tremendous value going into next year.
And when you purchase a condo down there to rent it out, make sure that you differentiate it from everything else. Buy a corner unit, buy something with views, buy something, you know, in a building that's in high demand, ones that people like to live in. You know, there might be a little gym in the base or in the ground level. There might be things with as many amenities as say a pool you might want to stay away from. That'll jack your condo fees. But buildings that people want to live in, buildings that are close to, you know, places people want to go, like Princess Island Park or, you know, 8th Ave, and anywhere people want to live, to go to eat, to play. That's where you want to buy your rental property. Make sure it's not in a building facing another building on a floor that's you just can't see anything. Make sure it has a wow factor.
Yeah.